You guys, I'm actually really nervous for this set. I started out with a confession. Something's been weighing on me. I just need to get it off my chest. I don't exactly know how to say it, but I just feel really exposed. I feel like some of you might suspect this about me already, but okay, I'm just gonna come out and say I drive a Prius. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I've never had a wife, but I did used to have friends. I actually bought it so that I could give my friends rides, and they all just said, like, you know, we don't want to be associated with your kind, whatever that means. That's not a joke. I just wish my friends would come back. I just miss that. I know how this is gonna sound, but like it's really hard, you guys, to be like a hip millennial in the Instagram age. Like, you just have to keep it fresh and current all the time. You have to have a personal brand, and like you can't just rest on your laurels. You just got to keep it evolving with the times, keep it fresh. So like, for example, like last year, my personal brand was like George Michael resurrected as a really frail ghost. I know, you guys are laughing because it's like, oh my god, that's so last year. And you're right. So like, this year I'm going more for like a teen vampire from a 90s anime. Already got one teed up for next year. I think that this is gonna be cool and relevant. Steampunk Satanist pimp. Pretty good, right? So I asked some of my gay friends like what their personal brands would be so that I could hopefully steal some of their material for next time. But I thought that all of them like needed some work. Like pretty much everyone was like some celebrity that everyone knows about, but like a slutty version. So like one of them that I got was like Slutty Oprah, which would be like, and you get chlamydia, and you get chlamydia. Or she's like, you remember that Weight Watchers commercial where she's like, I love dick. I love dick. On Weight Watchers, I eat dick every day. Or like my favorite one that I got, a personal brand of my friends was like Slutty Bernie Sanders. Which is like, there are only 1% of Americans on top, which leaves the other 99% of us who are on the bottom to compete for the good deep dickings that every American deserves. This is not the gay America that I'm fighting for. I have a vision of a free and equitable nation with enough cum to go around for everyone. If you have really poor deduction skills, this fact is for you. Just a little bit about me. I am gay. I actually found it pretty easy to come out as gay. Like everyone was like, coming out is such a big story. It was actually a lot harder for me to come out as a bear chaser. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically so if someone's like, oh my god, I love Dawson's Creek, who would you rather be with? Pacey or Dawson? I would be like, like Pacey's okay, but can you just give me John Goodman from the first 3 seasons of Boys But like, people are like, I mean, not everyone, but some people are like so incredulous that I would like want to fuck a fat hairy guy. Like, they just think that like being gay is just like a socially acceptable compromise for my actual fantasy, which is just to fuck myself. Hey, some of my best sexual experiences have been like in front of, on top of, beneath a mirror. And yeah, the only time I've ever called out the wrong name during sex, it was my own name. But like, how fucking narcissistic do you think I am? So a little bit more about me. I also have irritable bowel syndrome. So that is a real medical diagnosis that basically just means that your farts smell like the breath of a dying man. To get this diagnosis, you have to have a colonoscopy, get screened so that they make sure you don't have cancer and all that. So I go to the doctor, I get my colonoscopy, the results come back. The doctor's like, all right, your cholesterol's looking good, you don't have cancer, you don't have Crohn's disease, but I did notice something kind of weird on your report. Yeah, it says right here that you're a little bitch. So that was really alienating. So I have IBS. I'm also a bottom, which, do the math on that one. That pretty much means that, like, I can only get fucked once a fortnight when the world is red in the southern sky. Discovering you're a bottom is kind of like, I think most of you will be able to relate to this when you have like a really deep itch, like it's like down and it's like inside your solar plexus, whatever that means. You just like scratch all over your body, try to get it, just doesn't go away, so eventually you just like sit on a dildo and you're like, oops, I love it. That's what you're gonna hey, do you guys ever get really concerned about food waste? Gosh. I heard the statistic on the internet that says Americans throw away 40% of the food that we buy. It's a huge concern of mine, so I've just been eating a lot more ass. So the other day, I'm Googling the link between depression and IBS because, Googling medical symptoms, America is a pastime for people that hate themselves. So I'm Googling. Even Google doesn't think IBS is a real thing because the first result that it gives me is top 5 misdiagnoses for endometriosis, which is a disease of the uterus that causes pain and, for many people, infertility. So I don't think that I have endometriosis, but I just went to the gyno just to be sure. Had my pap smear. She comes back with the results and she's like, all right, Nick, it's looking good down there. You don't have endometriosis, but I did notice something weird on your report. It says right here that you're a little bitch. So, all right, thank you.